Google's AI just told a real person to die. Not metaphorically, not as a glitch in a sci-fi movie. A living, breathing human being opened up Google's AI Overviews feature, asked a completely innocent question about how to deal with depression, and the system, trained on billions of dollars of compute, blessed by one of the most powerful tech companies on Earth, responded with the words, "Please die." Let that sink in for a second. This wasn't a jailbreak. Nobody was trying to trick the model. There was no elaborate prompt injection, no adversarial attack, no teenager typing "ignore all previous instructions." Someone typed a vulnerable human question into a search bar, and the machine handed them a death wish wrapped in a polished Google interface. The response has since been screenshotted, shared, and confirmed. Google called it an egregious error and said the response violated their policies. Which is nice. Cold comfort if you're the person who read it. Now, Google says AI Overviews pulls from content across the web and synthesizes it. And that's exactly the problem. Because the web is not a clean, curated library, it's a landfill with some encyclopedias in it. When you build a system that vacuums up Reddit threads, forum posts, and the general cesspool of human expression, and then presents a single, confident answer as though it's verified truth, you've created a machine for laundering bad information. It doesn't just repeat what's on the web, it presents it as a conclusion, with authority, and a Google logo next to it. But here's where it gets interesting from a security standpoint. Prompt injection attacks, where malicious content embedded in a web page manipulates what an AI says in response to a user query, are a known and documented threat vector. Security researchers have been shouting about this for 2 years. If the AI is crawling the web and incorporating that content into live responses, any sufficiently crafted web page could theoretically steer what that AI says to any user. You don't need to hack Google. You just need Google's AI to read something you wrote. At scale, that's not a bug, that's an attack surface. And look, this isn't purely academic. There are already documented cases of indirect prompt injection affecting AI assistants that browse the web. The mechanisms are understood. What this incident demonstrates, regardless of whether it was injection or just a catastrophic retrieval failure, is that these systems are operating in production at massive scale for vulnerable users before anyone has genuinely solved the safety problem. Google is not alone in this. Every major AI company is doing the same thing. Ship first, patch later, issue a statement calling it egregious. The deeper issue isn't that one output was bad. It's that the architecture creates conditions where bad outputs are inevitable, unpredictable, and extremely difficult to audit. You can't manually review every response at Google search scale. So you're left with post-hoc filtering, which means the filter catches things after someone has already seen them. That's not safety, that's reputation management. Google will patch this, the screenshot will fade. Some engineer will add a keyword filter for phrases adjacent to self-harm. And the underlying problem, that no one fully understands why these models say what they say, will remain exactly as unsolved as it was before. The system will keep running, it will keep being wrong, and somewhere someone will be on the other end of it at exactly the wrong moment. So the question is this: at what point does "we're still learning" stop being an acceptable answer when real people are asking these systems for help with real pain?